These are just the regular little computer fans like Robert had worked with before, and this is one I've taken apart already. I just cut that hole out and popped the motor part out. I've tried to take these apart, but they want to break, so I'm just leaving it together. I'll take these two wires off here and put them out here on the coils on that pin and that pin. Let's see if I can. This one here and this one here, and then that turns it into a little AC generator like Robert showed us. I found that pretty interesting. If I just take the heat the solder up, pop the wire off, and then just pop it back on that. And that's all you do with that. That's enough. Let's see if I can show you here. Quick way to test it is get a little red bulb out, and since it's AC, you don't even have to worry about polarity. So there you know it's working. Makes a light blink. Now I'll put this back in the housing. I don't take the electronics off the PC board. I don't see any reason to tear it the rest of the way apart. Feed the wires out through there. Run hot glue around there, glue it down real good so it stays, and then it's ready to go. Got this one set up with the fan, and it feeds into this is a little bridge rectifier I pulled out of something, a printer or something, and a big capacitor. And I put the, of course I glued it down right over what it says. It's, I believe it's 16 volt 1000 microfarad capacitor. Then I run it off of that. I put a little resistor there. I'll show that later on. Clamp that in there. And now I can spin it however I want. Here I made up Luke's little voltage indicator. Okay, hold this up now. Again, I'll show you this. This is Luke's little voltage indicator. I've got it hooked to the fan. Now I did take this and blow on it with using a straw, and I got it around to where I was getting 6 or 8 volts, but I wouldn't recommend that. I about passed out and fell on the floor, so that wasn't very good. So I ran my air compressor line down here, and I just give it a little shot of so that's about 10 to 12 volts I'm getting out of it. And I put that on a meter, and it's right around 100 milliamps. And then the capacitor lets it go down pretty slow. They all light. That was a fun little project. You have to look up his indicator that he made. See how he put that together? It's just some 1000 ohm resistors and a little potentiometer, rheostat, or whatever you want to call it. Now with just one light on it, it'll stay lit pretty long. With just a capacitor. And it'll light up a white one just like that, a red one. Is it showing up? Again, it's just the bridge rectifier and the capacitor. I have another thing I was trying with this. I may try here after a bit. So here's another thing I made that was kind of fun. It's a little light panel, just a half of a computer screen that I cut in half. Put it back together there and make it dark, so see if that shows up. I hook that up to the little fan. Lights that panel up pretty good. I bet that's a noise for you guys on there. That's a string of 12-volt LEDs. And it lights the panel, and see, they dim down pretty fast. Now I'll plug the light back in. This I've mounted a little makeshift flywheel on there onto the fan motor, and with the LED, and it's got the strings on there to act like pull strings, almost like a yo-yo. That's just a piece of drywall I happened to cut out of the ceiling of the bathroom, put some lights in, and thought that'd make a good flywheel. Everything else is the same. It's just I put that wheel on there to see if I can humanly power the light without tearing it apart. I broke it about 4 times. Like that. Since the computer fan is putting out AC voltage, it doesn't matter which direction. It still puts out AC voltage to the bridge rectifier, and then converts it to DC, and positive and negative sends it to the capacitor. That 1000 ohm resistor on the capacitor helps it send the power out slower, lets the light stay lit longer. It only wanted to stay lit for a few seconds before I put that resistor on there. So that was fun. I made about 3 of them, and 2 of them just flew to pieces, so finally got one to stay together.